Hello, I'm Mark Holloway, convener of the International Foundation Programmes in Humanities, Social Sciences and Business Management here at Queen Mary University of London. It's a quick video to tell you a little bit about the foundation year timetable and maybe why it's a little bit complicated. So if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're either doing a foundation program in Humanities and Social Sciences or in Business Management, or you may be on a BSc in Economics or BSc Business Management with an integrated foundation year. Whichever of these programs you are on, certain elements of your timetable are exactly the same. So in semester 1, you'll do a core module called English Language and Study Skills. It's really important to know that this is a module that's going to help you with all of your subjects on the foundation year and with your future studies when you do a degree. Most of our students speak English really well, but the purpose of this module is to help you to develop the skills to communicate effectively in a university environment, both in speaking and most specifically in writing. So we have 6 to 8 hours of reading and writing classes each week because you need to learn how to write as a process that involves reading and thinking critically about what you're reading and then showing your reading and thinking in your writing. That's something that's essential for success at university, and you won't have done it before you come here. Also, for 2 hours of each week, you attend a class called Seminar Skills, in which you get to discuss topics that you are interested in. We ask students to choose topics of discussion and argument-led texts on these topics. And over the next 11 weeks, you'll take turns in leading seminar discussions, which we hope you'll find a lot of fun, because most students do. As well as these 8 to 10 hours a week on English language and study skills, we have a weekly 2-hour component called personal development. This is a really important element of the program that brings everyone together. You get to see everyone from your course in the same room, and we do a range of things that will kind of enrich you as an individual and will enrich your studies and your experience of life in London. As well as these kind of class and group sessions, you have one-to-one tutorials, and every week I run a workshop with a specific focus on writing an assignment in a particular subject. So I'll run a workshop in writing a good politics assignment, writing a good history assignment, and the aim of those workshops is to show you how to get the best grades that you could possibly get in those subjects. So through those workshops, we explore the difference between an essay that gets an A and an essay that gets a B. And as most students would rather get an A than a B, I hope you'll find that very useful. As well as English language and study skills, in your first semester, you're also going to take 3 subject modules. And for each module, you'll have 1 lecture and 1 seminar per week. For most subjects, the lecture is 2 hours long and the seminar is 1 hour long. For politics and international relations, you have actually a 1-hour lecture and a 2-hour seminar, so that there's more discussion, more time for discussion. And in our language modules, you actually do 2 2-hour classes that are not quite a lecture, not quite a seminar, but there's a lot of participation and communication. Semester 2 is similar. You're still doing 3 subject modules with 1 lecture and 1 seminar for each module. But rather than doing English language and study skills, we have a module that everybody takes called Independent Study Project. The Independent Study Project has 6 hours of classes per week. We continue with personal development for 2 hours per week, and more time is given to one-to-one tutorials as you work on your project. And the project is to write a 3,000-word essay on a topic of your choice based on library research here at Queen Mary. Not something that you were an expert in before you came here, but something that you're interested in and that you want to explore and read about while you're here. The timetable, the actual physical timetable, it's complicated, right? This year I'm expecting to have about 80 students, but we have 30 modules, we have 22 teachers, we have 50 available timetable hours per week, as you can see, and we have 129 teaching hours to schedule per week. As well as this, particularly at the beginning of the year, we want flexibility of choice for students, and we want flexibility for our class groupings. We want to engineer our class groupings to make them as dynamic and productive as possible. So it's complicated. The price that we pay for this kind of flexibility with such a complicated timetable is a little bit of uncertainty. So in the first couple of weeks, things may change in your weekly schedule, and it's really important that you don't just look online at your personal online timetable. That won't be accurate or reliable for the first 2 weeks. So for the first 2 or 3 weeks of the program, we need you to take responsibility for recording your own timetable. So we give you a blank timetable. We give you access to the timetable for the whole program, which you can see is quite complex with lots of things going on. And when you know which subjects you're taking, you'll be able to enter on your own personal timetable your lectures and your seminars and your English language and study skills classes. So for example, if you take a language module, you'll see that you have a class every Monday and every Wednesday from 10 until 2. You add your English language and study skills classes to this, as well as personal development. And let's say you find out you're in group 1. So this will tell you that on Mondays at 2 o'clock, you're going to go to Scape 012 with JA, that's John Andrew, and you'll follow the instructions for group 1 for the rest of the week. So now your timetable is taking shape. You've got one of your language modules and your English language and study skills module. If you were also to take economics, then on Fridays you'll have a microeconomics lecture and seminar in the morning, and on Monday afternoons you'll have a maths for economics lecture and seminar from 4 till 7. And now your timetable is complete. So you'll see that depending on your choice of subjects, you'll have some really busy days and some more relaxed days. With this particular combination of subjects and English language and study skills grouping, you have no classes at all on a Tuesday. A word about personal development. Personal development is every Wednesday at 1 o'clock. For those of you who need to do a UCAS application this year, UCAS applications are covered within personal development. With personal development, our aim is to give you opportunities to develop personal and social skills that you'll be able to transfer to your future studies and to your future working life. And really personal development helps you to become a more rounded individual, helps you to become a citizen and an active participant in not only the university community and the foundation program community, but with the wider global community. Some important dates to point out for you for the year ahead. You start with us in September. Your course ends actually on the 29th of May, which is the end of the exam period. Note that you have a 5-week break for Christmas, and in the 7th week of each semester you have a reading week. So 4th to 8th of November and 2nd to 6th of March. These are weeks where no teaching is scheduled. You are free to travel at this time, although it's not necessarily recommended that you do that if you want to travel far away, because you will have work to do in these weeks. You'll have reading to do, as the name suggests, and you can use the time to work on assignments as well. Okay, really important that if you're booking flights, you don't book any flights within semester time or within the exam period.